YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Just messing with you, that's just not me. Yeah, you know, right. Welcome back to my channel, and today is a carnival inspired look, as you've seen from the title. I'm using all BH Cosmetics, so they're all pretty new. I did a haul and I bought quite a lot of BH Cosmetics products, so hope you enjoy this look and see you at the end. So I've already put my foundation on and done my eyebrows, as you can see. So I'm just going in with the BH Studio Pro in Total Coverage Concealer, and this colour is 117. Don't worry that the concealer is a little bit lighter than your foundation, because that will give the pigment, make it pigment a bit brighter on your eyes. Then I'm just going to set the base with the Ben Eye Neutral No Colour powder. Now for the Take Me to Brazil palette. I have used it before, used it on my Instagram, as some of you would have seen. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, have a quick look at my Instagram and see the kind of stuff that I do on there. So as a transition colour, or my base colour, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going in with this colour here. So it's like a coppery colour. Good thing about this palette, it's got a mirror as well, so I don't have to keep worrying about using the mirror. So pigment on these powders are amazing. I'm going for a really blown out look. When you take it out, you can take it out as far as your eyebrow if you want to. And I'm using one of my basic blending brushes, ones that I got off eBay. At the moment it looks like it's like a rusty colour, which is fine. Not much fallout at the moment. Then in with this bright red here. Start at the middle, that's what I do, and then work your way out. Just pack it on. Don't worry about any fallout, you're going to correct that later. You can, if you want to, you can always put the foundation, the powder, onto your face to catch. But because I'm not going to allow the pigment to settle, I'm just going to brush it off anyway. Really creamy. Yeah, look how bright that is. Yeah, that's perfect. And you can always take your finger and just give it that extra press. So you see that, how that's come up. Then to add a bit more vibrancy, you're going to go in with this orange next to it. Really bright orange. Only need a little tap, they're really, really pigmented. You're going to put that in your crease. Well, that seems a bit weird, but you'll see why in a minute. And I'm using a Morphe flat brush. You can see that it's just from the pack, the 18p set that I've bought before, that I've done a review on before. Can you see how that's giving that, starting to give that dimension? Then if you want, you can take back that same fluffy brush and just blend it in. Well, it's my flat brush. Now for the highlight, I'm going to use this bright, it looks white, but it's a really beautiful iridescent greeny colour. So I'm just going to put that onto the top part of my eye, my brow bone. Now what I'm using, it's a MAC, it says 3/8 Sable brush. It's a really old MAC brush. It's really good for detail. And the beautiful thing about this particular eyeshadow, it looks like it's a matte, but it's not matte. It's like a hidden shimmer in it, almost. I'd like to say satin. Then the more you put it on, you start to get a shimmer from it, and it's like a limey, pale limey, greeny colour. It's beautiful. And then when you go over with your finger, see, that's when the sheen starts to come. Now to get that ombre look, go into the corner with the same what's left on your brush and just bring it up. Then to define that transition colour, even though it looks the same, you can see that it's going down in gradient. Then in with my Morphe, it's like a bullet brush, and this is for the blending, and then back in with that transition colour just a little bit. Just going to do little swirls just to break up that line a bit, even though I really do like harsh lines, as you'll know from my Instagram. This just gives it like a soft blending look. And blown out look. Really like that. And you don't have to do much, especially when you've got like the right brushes. It's just a blown out bullet brush, and I'm just gently moving the pigment, moving the eyeshadow about. It's really nice. I think I want some more red, so you just feel like you want to go into with more red, just go ahead, just to define it. If you really want to take the red up a notch, not that you need to with this, you can always wet your brush. Now I'm going to put a little bit of fallout powder, so I'm going to use a bit of the Ben Nye neutral set powder. I don't want to put too much because I haven't put my highlighter on yet, and depending on how bright your under eye makeup is or how dark it is, depending on what type of highlight you put on. So it's basically just whether it balances out or not. You don't want to put a bright highlight on straight away before you've done your eye makeup, because it depends if you know what look you're going for, because you just want it to balance. You don't want it to be really, really bright, and if you've got really dark detail, and then you won't be able to see, and it just can look really, the contrast can really look clashing. So I'm gonna go in with this beautiful blue. Yeah, this palette is beautiful. They're really small little eyeshadows, but they are really pigmented. So I'm using the darker blue. I'm just going right in the corner. As you can see, I've got a little bit of red underneath the eye, so I'm just going to wipe that off. Don't worry about taking off any foundation. I didn't put that much foundation coming up here anyway, so that's all going to get corrected when you put your highlighter on. So, or if you want to, you can do your eyes first and then put your foundation on. It's totally up to you. I traditionally like to do my face, then do my foundation. It just depends what look you're going for and what type of mediums you're using, whether you're using glitters, whether you're using a lot of times with my Instagram makeup, I mainly do my eyes first because I'm using such heavy pigments. and it's too much to clean up. But this is an in-between look. It's avant-garde-ish, but it's more Carnival kind of look. So back in with that blue. Then in with the lighter blue in the inner corner. The lighter blue is next to it. That's that on there. And I'm using another Morphe bullet brush from the 18p set. You see the payoff on that. What I'm going to use is some BH Cosmetics setting spray just in the corner, just to make it a bit more defined. Now I don't like to spray it directly onto my brush. I just think it's a waste of product. So what I do is I find either I've got like a MAC empty bronzer palette, or in this case I'm just using, I've got my Fit Me powder, but underneath there's a space where the sponge used to be. So what I do is I just spray a bit in there, just a little tiny bit, swirl my brush in it. If you can see it, yeah, it's in there. So my brush in it, and then I just use that and go back and forth. Can't be dealing with the spray, and when you spray it from a distance, you're wasting all that setting spray. Just a little tip there to make you save a bit of your product. I like the gradient effect. Then back in with the blue, same thing. I'm going to use the setting spray. See, I haven't had to use 2 pumps because the setting spray is still in this little container. It just saves a whole lot of setting spray. That looks really nice. Very carnival-y. Making sure to stop right there in the corner. Then onto your eyeliner. I'm going to be using it's not a BH Cosmetics one. I just bought it's a LA Girl Glide, and this is Aqua. And I'm going to tight line with this. Well, this one's going to go on your waterline. How bright that is, isn't it? It's just beautiful. I've got really watery eyes, so don't worry about going in too tight into right into the tear duct, because you're going to fix that later with some highlighter. Then onto your liquid liner. So we're using the BH liquid eyeliner, and this is a pen. So I've been liking the pens lately, the markers. You're getting a nice line with it. Now with this we're going to create like an inner corner eye, so you're just going to go in and do that. With this you can't just draw a straight line, you know, like with the NYX eyeliner, you can just keep drawing across. Start off thin and then build it up. Just make sure you come quite low into the inner corner. You are going to go further with the eyeliner afterwards. Then you just use your little tool, or you can continue with your tweezers if you want to, but I bought this little eyelash curler, AliExpress again. I think it's 52p. Then you just gently press them on. Then while your lashes are drying, onto the inner corner highlight, we're using the Queen, which is from the Black Highlight 6 Colour palette, BH Cosmetics. It's a really nice iridescent blue. It's meant to be for your face highlighting, but I'm going to use it as an inner corner highlight. Bring it up and blend it out like a spray, so it comes up. And if you want to, you can just leave it there if you want, or you can just add some glitter, which I'm going to do because I'm going to make it really carnival-y, really avant-garde looking. So I'm just going to put some more mascara on and then just put the glitter on. It's pressed glitters that I made ages ago, which I thought I lost the footage for. I found it, but it's just about a matter of time of editing. I will load it up soon. Don't know when. I've got other videos that are priority, but I will load it up soon. So just in with your mascara, just to give it that final finished look. Now I'm going to go in with the pressed glitters. Here's my pressed glitters that I made ages ago. Really bright, really vibrant. So I'm just going to put these in the inner corners. I've got a detailing matte brush that I'm going to use. Okay. Really bright, glittery and vibrant. Hopefully you can see that. Using the glitter as little accents on the side, just to finish that carnival look. And you can press it in. And then on my Instagram I put it above the eyebrow, but it just depends how far you want to take it. Then back in with the liquid liner, just to define the inner corner of your eye. And then I'm going to go back in with that blue where some of it's come off on my tear duct. Now for the cleanup, it's really easy because I've already done my foundation. I don't need to wipe all the excess off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the BH Cosmetics concealer underneath and just blend it in with my finger with the warmth, and then I'm going to finish the rest of the face. Now the BH Cosmetics concealer is really thick, so I'm just going to try and use a little tiny bit. It comes with a little pump, like a little, it's like a curved end, so it glides onto the eye, the contours of the eye. And it dries really quickly. Then back over with my Benite, what was left on there, so it's a little amount of powder, and just gently press that in. And to define the real carnival look, back in with a bit of the red. Then what you're going to do is you're going to bring just a little, so you don't need that much. You're only going to stop halfway and blend it in. It's just so you form a little curve underneath your eye. Then if you wanted, that's when you can add a bit more of the glitter to define it. It's a carnival look, so you can go as much as you want, can't you? Good things about the pressed glitter is that you can brush off any excess. That's what I like. Just use a clean brush and take off any excess that you don't need. Now onto the rest of the face. Using my Benite powders in this one's Chestnut to contour like I showed you in the other video. It's just a gentle contour, it's nothing harsh. We've got a lot going on with the eye makeup as it is. Don't want to take it to that drag queen look. I mean, you might do, you might want to look, you know, like a drag queen for the, especially for Carnival. But generally, you've got heavy eye, go for a more lighter look on the face. Especially if you're just like starting out with avant-garde makeup, glamour makeup. You don't want to go too heavy. So that contour for me is enough right about now. Just gonna go over the nose gently. Just be careful when you're doing your nose not to interfere with your glitter. Just be very careful. Just dot your contour on. Just go into the corners. As you can see, that's giving it shape as well. Then we're going to use the new BH Cosmetics highlighters, the different one. I've got both packages. This one's the Spotlight highlight, and I've never used these before. I think I've swatched them, but I've never used them. These are really, really beautiful. So I think I'm going to go in with Vivid to start. Vivid and Radiance, I think. I'm just using the corner of my brush just to blend it in. It's an angled brush. Oh, that's nice. Then I'm going to use a smaller blending brush with the Radiance. It's a subtle highlight. I prefer to use a bigger brush when I'm using my highlights, so I'm going to blend that out. And I don't particularly want to use my fan brush. Sometimes I do, it just depends on what it is I'm doing. It's really nice. I think I'm going to put a bit more Vivid on the cheeks as well. And for blush, I'm going to use BH Cosmetics, the Smokey palette. I do have other blushes. I haven't got a BH Cosmetics blush. I'm going to go in with this colour here. Just a little tap of that colour. Just to bring a little contrast. See, it looks dark, but it gives it a really nice look. It looks coming together now. Then onto the lips, I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics Metallic Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the colour Amber. So I'm using my Laval lip pencil in chocolate. Blend it in with your finger and then applying the layer. This way you don't have to work as hard to give it that ombre look. And just finish it with some setting spray using the BH Cosmetics setting spray. So that concludes this Carnival party look. Very vibrant, very bright. If you can, go and grab yourself a BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. Really, really vibrant, really well worth the money. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe. See you on the next one.